I'm Ian Rush and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello and welcome to the Uncensored match build-up show ahead of Liverpool hosting West Ham again in the FA Cup 4th round. I'm joined to discuss and preview this game by Aubrey Reynolds, John Machin, the General, and Mr. Jim Boardman. So, another chance for a replay, Aubrey?
Oh, you just know it's going to be, isn't it? We were talking about this today. The stats come out a lot. We're the most overworked team in Europe, which also makes us the most overworked fan channel around. There's only 2 chances this season that Liverpool have not took to play as much football as they possibly could have, because we took Carlisle to penalties, we took Stoke to penalties the other day, we took Exeter in the 4th round to a replay. So we didn't take Southampton away to penalties, and we didn't take Boardman for home to penalties in the Capital One Cup. Other than that hour of football, we have played the maximum amount of football that Liverpool could have this year, because we're not out of any cups yet, and we've gone to replays and penalty shootouts. West Ham, I don't know. There's 2 trains of thought. One here is West Ham are just going to batter us again because they've battered us twice, or 2, there's going to be a replay, because why wouldn't we want to play more football? We love football, don't we? We love playing football with 15 injuries. It's like, I don't know. I think we need to. I've given him loads of stick this year, but if Simon just turns and boots the ball into the back of his own net at 89 minutes and he's like, yeah, let's just end this, I will cheer. I'll be going crazy in the car. Yay!
Well, do you agree with that, John? Will you be doing the same if we do that?
Well, I don't know. My thought is the one where we're more likely to get beat than to go to a replay, to be honest. I think since Payet's come back in, they've gone back to being the side that were murdering us earlier in the season. They had a bit of a sticky patch after he got injured.
Far too many draws,
and they seem to have got back to that sort of higher level. And of course, unless we do play the kids, we're playing tired players again. So there's a risk that we'll actually get beat rather than go to a replay. I hope we don't go to a replay, because I think it's time we all got a bit of a rest, us as well as the players. I think it might be nice for Klopp as well to have a free midweek occasionally. You know. He must
See
be
his
thinking,
wife.
what the hell have I done?
Get his glasses sorted.
Yeah,
He's
trying to get an appointment at Specsavers, and they're like, when are you free? And he's like, oh, listen, 6 months, 6 months
to
now.
Specsavers. I haven't got the bloody time.
No, like, I've been trying to have a haircut for 4 weeks myself, like, fucked up.
And
I just can't get there, like. Fucking joke.
You know the feeling though, because it's mad, isn't it? Like doing stuff like this, writing stuff, getting ready, previewing a game, talking about the game that's just gone in the game. It's never ending, isn't it? I mean, I'm enjoying it, but you can kind of think, God, if you're actually playing in these games, you must be absolutely, knackered.
Well, the difference, and we were talking about this the other day, the difference for them is once the game's over, that's their work done. Whereas you're going write an article till piss o'clock in the morning. We were editing fan cams until 1:30 last night. You know, and then it's like, look, I'm not complaining. This is a fucking great thing to do with your life as far as I'm concerned. But it is tough. Like, well, moving on to the game then. You mentioned it, John, but I wanted to get your opinion on it, Jim. How do you stop Payet?
Go into the transfer window very quickly and buy some new players.
Buy him or buy someone to stop him?
Yeah, buy him preferably.
He's amazing to watch, isn't he? He's a lovely player to watch.
There are players like that, and I think what you've got to do is, I think you've got to actually beforehand. You've got to look at that player. You've got to talk to your team, and whether we've got time to do this is another matter. But you need to analyse his game. You've got to find his weaknesses. I don't know what they are, but if someone spends long enough, he'll have weaknesses. There'll be things you can do, and maybe this is where the horses for courses thing comes in, when we were talking about on the other show, where can we change our lineup a little bit to be ready to contend with that?
I think it's interesting to see what Klopp will do, because obviously he wasn't around when they took us to the cleaners in Anfield area in the season. Will he watch that and then think, right, this is what we need to do? It's going to be really interesting.
Well, I remember that game really well, actually, surprisingly, because I normally forget football straight after I've watched it. But I just remember them giving the ball to our 2 fullbacks.
Yeah,
Joe Gomez and Nathaniel Klein, and they just went, you can have the ball there, and as soon as you come any closer to us, then we're going to start putting pressure on him. Joe Gomez, unfortunately, wasn't up to it. He was playing left back at the time. Nathaniel Klein, very early on in his Liverpool career, didn't really have much support. I think the next game where they beat us 2-0 was the Carroll game, wasn't it? It was slightly different, to be honest with you. They played a different way.
Isn't he?
pardon.
He's injured.
Carroll's injured, thankfully, yeah. But Lanzini back now as well.
Lanzini's back in the team.
So that's a
He
bit...
came back against us, didn't he? He was on the bench.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a worry for me. And the football that they've been playing with Payet in the side has been incredible. But, you know, I think, if I'm right in saying, they've only got Jelavic up front who's fit and available. I think the After
Is it Valencia? Valencia scored against City.
Is he a forward?
Yeah.
Is he? I didn't realise
he's
he was an attacking mid.
He can play in the forward positions. He can play off of one, or he can play as the one.
They're a very
and he's
good away
pacey.
side the way they're set up now. I mean, they won at Chelsea, although everyone does that now, and I think they won at City.
They
as
won
well.
City early on in the season.
They're actually really well suited to playing away from home.
I was talking to Nicky Hawkins from West Ham Fan TV. Actually, there's a preview of me and him. We met up last week at something. So it took 5 minutes and did a little preview for the game and stuff. And interestingly, what he was talking about, Jim, is that they're a bit like us. I think they're obviously doing better than us at the moment. What I mean is, in style of play, they prefer it when someone comes at them, and they struggle when there's two banks of four. And that's very Liverpool, isn't it? So do you think we've got that in us to sort of play the reverse at home?
I think we did. We tried to do it last night, didn't we? You know, against Stoke. I think we...
The other night.
Yeah, the other night, sorry. This is it, you lose track of where you are. You
That's it, yeah.
Who did we play that game?
Great recovery, by the way, Jim. No one will ever know.
Yeah, we played. Well, I don't say we played that. They felt like we played against that. We've played that way ourselves a little bit. I don't know. We could do it. It just doesn't seem right for us to do that. You know, that's not what we do, and it's not what we've ever done. One thing I hate Liverpool doing at home is ever kind of playing for a draw or playing on the counter, because it's not what we do. It's just, it always takes me back to 1989 against Arsenal, that, you know, it's just not our way of doing things. You need to get out there and get a goal, take control of the game. So I don't think we'll play that way.
Klopp does like the side to come out fast, doesn't he, and go straight at people's throats. Our problems being when after 20 minutes, you know, we still haven't got anywhere near them, and then we sort of run out of ideas. And I can't see in a home cup tie that we're going to be sitting back. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about strategy and stuff, Aubrey. Do you think that there's a chance Klopp will give the kids a go again? Or do you think that Carling Cup final coming up, he's still going to go for the FA Cup?
I've no idea. I could make an argument for either.
What would you prefer?
I'd prefer a mixed team.
Yeah.
I prefer to see some changes.
Splinters in your arse there from sitting on the fence?
No,
mate?
it's not. You asked me what I prefer, and that would be what I would do. Because you could literally go out there and play the team that played against Exeter. So you're pretty much making 11 changes from that team the other night.
You'd bring Enrique, you'd play Enrique again.
And then, no, I wouldn't. I'm just saying you could, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, look, something's got to give here. We have got a lot of injuries. Like I think as football fans and as Liverpool fans, we would take it. Even if we kind of threw this match, we go out there and try our best, but ultimately we're in one final. We're still in the Europa League. We've still got a chance of doing something in the league, and we have had 13, 15 injuries at one point in this season. We could kind of understand them going, something's got to give.
I mean, some of that may well be in his thinking again, injury. I mean, he's got Klein injured. Is he going to be fit? If he's not, could he possibly risk Flanagan again? If not, then he's got to play.
He's got to play Randy.
Not with Leicester looming on Tuesday.
And then
afterwards.
he's got Toure. Can he play another game, or is he going to bring in
surely
Corker?
not.
But
Or is Lovren
Lovren's-
fit? And is he going to take over? Is he going to take over from Kolo or from Sacco?
Moreno's guaranteed to start then. Or
bad.
maybe
Yeah,
Smith.
Smith.
I was going to say I would go through the team that played the other night and say who can I swap out with the kids. You know, who am I happy to kind of say, well, instead of him, I'll try him. So Brad Smith's one that jumped straight out. I would straight away throw him in.
Mind if he was playing.
Lovren, I would bring Lovren in because Kolo really probably could do with the rest of his age without being horrible about it. You know, and I would just go through the team like that.
You look at your midfield. You know, I mean, Lucas played 120 minutes. Lallana played 120 minutes.
I think you bring Allen in.
You've
so
got Joe Allen got to
Joe Allen
start,
probably
hasn't he?
needs to start.
then
Teixeira
Needs
could
to
possibly
play.
come in and just to give some.
It's going to be a tough. I'm going to film a starting 11 prediction show later. It's going to be another hard one.
Yeah.
I'm just for the record. I filmed the last starting 11 prediction before Klein's injury went out, and I got the team spot on apart from Klein for Flano.
Did you?
So I'm taking that as a moral victory.
You're going to take that as a
Very
victory.
good.
I mean, it was the most obvious team, I think, against Stoke.
The other week when you had 3 ineligible players and someone who was dead, that you're going to take that as a moral victory as well? No? Oh, okay, all right.
You filmed that, you didn't fucking say anything then, did you? You fucking all, oh, look at you, big balls. Fuck off. Right, back to it. So, you've gone for mixed, you've all gone for mixed actually, haven't you? About 2 weeks ago, I probably said that I would sacrifice the FA Cup. Last night, even, I think I said I'd sacrifice the FA Cup. Going through against Stoke has changed something in me. And I've woke up this morning and I just keep thinking about 2001. And I just keep thinking that you can win all 3 cups. And like, if Liverpool under Klopp can get the Carling Cup in the bag, I just wonder where that will take us. And so now I don't want to sacrifice the cup too early. I'd like to win it with a mixed team if we could. I think we're going to have to.
Would you sacrifice the league? So would you field a strong team in this game and then say, listen, you're all having Tuesday off against Leicester?
I've said it so many times, right? Winning breeds winning.
Okay.
That's always the way it is. Like, and you know, I think that especially under Jurgen Klopp, that if we can get behind the team and we start winning things, the fans will get behind the team, and naturally I think the results at Anfield will massively improve. I don't think we're struggling too much away from home anyway. We've had a couple of ups and downs and stuff, but you know,
I think I agree with that, and I think Klopp's view is probably just take every game as it comes, doesn't matter what it is, try and win it, and if you don't, you don't. I mean, and that's the way I feel about the cup. If we beat West Ham, I'll be really pleased, and I think we owe them one. But
2.
if we get beat, but 1 at home. If we get beat, 2. Then I'm going to think, well, it doesn't matter, does it? You know?
Ultimately.
I think that's it. It's a nice get-out clause, isn't it?
Normally it's the League Cup you want to get out of and keep yourself in the FA Cup, but because we're in the final of the League Cup.
I think 2001, when you mentioned that, though, that turned into a season where the last however many games were all cup finals. Every game had a cup final feel about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the 4th round on Saturday. It's not a cup final, but it's still a cup match. And I think whatever team goes out there, are going to go out there knowing if they can, they need to win. I mean, and the prize is if you win, you've not got another replay. So, you know, that they should get a trophy actually for that. Between, you know, like a little plastic cup or something for it. I think we can do it. I would still say, though, a mixed team, because that does 2 things as well. Because what good will it do our better kids to play in a game like that, against a team like that, in a situation like that? It will do them a hell of a lot of good, and we'll see what they're made of. We'll see whether they are really potential good players for us for the future.
That's
It'll
interesting.
find them out.
Not
out.
thought about it like that. So wrapping up there then, score predictions, Aubrey.
1-1.
He predicted the replay.
Yeah.
So it seems like a safe bet now that you've said it, John.
2-2's coming to me head, but I'm going to say 2-1.
Okay.
Are we due? Yeah, it's at home. So yeah, I'm going to say we're going to win 1-0.
1-0. I'm going to go balls out. I'm going to win 3-0. And then, you know, on the 2 Anfield legs, goal difference of 0, which is what I kind of want now.
Yeah.
So, do you know what? West Ham are a fantastic footballing side at the minute, and, you know, with all the games that we've got and the injuries, it's ridiculous to predict 3-0, but I'm a football fan. And I can't.
And you're insane.
And I'm, slightly insane, so fuck it.
Well, I'm predicting 1-0 and hoping for a 3-4-0, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm predicting 1-0, but I'd take a 5-0. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd take a 5-0, yeah, certainly. Like, I'd like them to not start Payet.
Yeah.
That would be nice, like. I'd definitely like a bit of that.
There's potential that they could rest a few players. You know,
2 of us have just predicted a clean sheet for Liverpool as well.
That's insanity, isn't
I
it?
told you, I'm insane. Like. Right, anyway, that's the Uncensored match build-up show. Don't forget to check out the rest of the pre-match content that we've done. We've done some collaborations with West Ham Fan TV, as I mentioned earlier. We've also done the Starting 11 prediction show, as we always do, which should be entertaining. In fact, you can do it this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the moral victory. You've had a go at me on the couch. You'll be doing the Starting 11 prediction show from now on. I hate the Starting 11 prediction show. It's so hard. Getting fucking dogs comments in there as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. If you haven't, though, you should fucking do it right now. Just click on that little subscribe button. You'll get notifications from us when we're putting crap videos out for you to watch. But no, thank you very much for watching, and good night.
Doing the treble over Liverpool is going to be taking the piss a little bit, and we're going to start getting nosebleeds. You know, we beat you up there. I mean, it's been 50-something years since we beat you at Anfield, you know.
You were there, weren't you?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Bastard.
I was texting you from the other side of the...
I could see you, you know.
Could you?
Yeah, I knew
I was
exactly
right on the
where you
edge,
were. You were
yeah.
right on the edge. I could see you fucking celebrating.
How dare we? How dare we, you know? But
It's like their cup final.
no, I don't know. It's in the balance for me. It's in the balance. I couldn't call it. I think like my head says we're going to lose.